going to talk to you about sleep safety and also cot death and how to prevent cot death. There's a number of things that you can actually do to help to keep your baby safe. I think the other thing to remember that cot death now is rare. Compared to it was about 10 years ago, it's now reduced greatly. The number one thing is to place your baby on his back or her back to sleep, and also to have the baby in the room with you when the baby's under 6 months of age. So that could be downstairs or could be in your bedroom, but have baby close by. The other thing is to think about overheating, so baby doesn't get too warm. So that's using a sheet and a blanket, or being careful if you use a sleeping bag to make sure it's the right TOG rating for the time of year, whether it's summer or whether it's winter. And also take care with regards to radiators or sunlight to make sure baby doesn't get too hot. So always place your baby's cot or crib away from windows and radiators. The other thing is to think about feet to foot position. Put your baby at the foot of the cot, the feet near the foot of the cot. That's the safest position, under the blankets, so that the baby can't wriggle or the blankets can't go over baby's head. Avoid sleeping with your baby in bed. There can be risks with this, especially if you've been drinking or baby can get very hot, so it's best to avoid this when you've got a very young baby. The things that seem to help also is like breastfeeding, to breastfeed your baby. And the other thing, once breastfeeding's got established, sometimes using a soother or a dummy if your baby wants or is settled by using a dummy. The biggest thing as well that's come up that really is something that even when you're pregnant is not to smoke. Smoking around baby, smoking during pregnancy is really a high risk factor, so should be avoided. The other thing that's really quite dangerous for babies is to actually fall asleep on a sofa or armchair. If your baby does fall asleep in your arms, maybe when you're in the living room, then actually to put your baby down in the crib, Moses basket or carry cot, that's the safest thing to do. The other thing with babies is also to make sure that every new baby gets a new mattress. It's the safest thing, most hygienic thing to do as well for babies.